Today we're talking about opportunities in buying bulk land. So there is hardly any bulk land in Lagos again, anyway. So you likely have to look at outside Lagos, look at Ogun State, look at Ibadan, look at generally or your state too. Ogbomosho, Iseyin, um, Lagelu, and the likes, other thriving towns, communities in your state right now. Same thing in Osun State, also around Ife, Oshogbo, and around the east, Buckland, Asaba, Buckland, Portharcourt, possibly too, um, Buckland, Enugu, Aba, and the likes. All right. So, what are the opportunities in buying Buckland? When I say Buckland, I mean buying anything from 5 acres and above. An acre is 6 plots. An hectare is 15 plots. So that means 1 hectare is 2.5 acres. 1 acre is 6. So 6 plus 6, 12 plus 3, 15. That's 1 hectare. So anything from 5 acres and above, 5 acres, 10 acres, 20 acres, 50 acres, 100 acres. What are the opportunities in investing in Buckland? All right. So in case you are coming across a video like this for the first time, this is MTPG, Meet the Property Guy, and this is your go-to channel for everything real estate in Nigeria. You want to understand new models, trending locations, off-plan land banking, shortlets, the rental market also, property development, property financing, property funding, mortgage, everything about the real estate generally. This is your go-to channel. All right. And in this channel, in this episode rather, we'll be talking about opportunities in bulk land, in buying 5 acres, 10 acres across different parts of Nigeria, even in the north. It can be Abuja, it can be Nasarawa, it can be um, um, Jos, Kaduna, Kano. I was in TikTok one day and I was seeing properties in Kano, 15 million for land. Properties in Kaduna, I was seeing 20, 30 million for land. And I was like shocked. So real estate is expensive everywhere, not just Lagos, everywhere. That some places in Enugu, a plot of land is 80 million. Enugu, 80 million. There's some places in Portharcourt, a plot of land is 100 million. So it's not a Lagos thing, really. All right, so let's go back about talking about bulk land. Like I said, bulk land is buying anything above 5 acres. 5 acres, that's 6 times 5, that's 30 plots. So can have 5 acres, can have that's 30 plots, can have 300 plots, can have 50 acres, and so on. And one of the reasons that inspired this episode was recently around November, someone reached out to me and then gave me an offer about a 50 acres of land in Kobakbe, Abeokuta. So I had to sit down for like 2 days and drill a model around what can be done on that 50 acres of land, in terms of the kind of development, the kind of infrastructure, the kind of improvement that can be done there. So I feel like, okay, let me just share some tips also with my viewers on the opportunities in bulk land. All right. So if this is your first video, this is your second video on our channel, and you have not subscribed yet, we definitely want you to subscribe. A lot of you have been enjoying my videos now for like 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. I have followers and subscribers here that have subscribed to my videos since 2021, 2022. And so this is something that you have been doing for quite a long time, and this is something we still are going to do for quite a longer time too. So kindly do subscribe to our videos. There are so many topics, so many contents you still have that you're definitely going to enjoy. And a couple of you guys have subscribed already, and then you miss sometimes when we publish and push out content. Is because you have not turned on the notification button. So kindly just follow the instruction on the screen and turn on the notification button, so that as you are dropping these videos, you get notified almost immediately. All right. So what are the opportunities in bulk land? All right. Like I said, bulk land is anything 5 acres and above. You can do site and service. You can do site and service when you have your bulk land, which is like something that Pastor Ashimolawo did with Macarius. He has got that over 80 acres of land since like year 2000, which is like around more than 20 years. Then he looked at the location and felt like, okay, Lakwe Lakes is around here, Umu Resort is here, Imen Phase 1 is here. Okay, let me just replicate something similar to and do site and service. So if you have a bulk land, 5 acres, 10 acres, 20 acres, that gives you an opportunity to do site and service. All right, now another mistake some investors do is that you must understand timing. When Pastor Ashimolowo bought that land in the year 2000, he did not start site and service there immediately. He waited for that location to mature enough for that site and service that he wanted to do there. So if he had launched Macarius in maybe 2002 or 2003, likely nobody is going to buy. If you had launched Macarius in maybe year 2010 or 2012, likely nobody is also going to buy too. But now the location has made sense because there are so many attractions there. Lakwe Lakes is there, Phase 3 is there, and so many other developments. So it makes sense for them to go and invest billions in setting up the site and service there, do the water display show, and have that confidence that it's going to sell and people are going to come. All right. So if you also invest in bulk land, you might have to hold that land for a number of years before you now decide that, okay, yeah, this side or this location or this community is now ripe for a site and service. Even one of the big crypto guys, Bilod, also did the same thing, site and service for one of his land that he bought in the east. I don't know the exact state, but I saw that trending video there where like around 100 plots. He did all the infrastructure, run all of the electrification poles, did this perimeter fencing, tile the road, did the drainage, and he was selling the plots. So bulk land gives you opportunity for site and service. You can look at the location, get 20 acres, 10 acres, 50 acres, 100 acres there, depending on the capital that you have, do a site and service, and start selling it in plots. Now, another thing that you can do with the bulk land is what we call layout. Now, a layout is different from site and service. Most of the estates, or what we call estates, that a lot of real estate companies are selling, is not really an estate. It's just a layout. A layout is just a place where you just divide the entire community or the entire large expanse of land into smaller plots or smaller acres, and then you create a road to those acres or to those plots, and then you map out different sections. This place is commercial, this place is residential, this place is recreational space, and that's it. The difference between a layout and a site and service is that a site and service comes with infrastructure. They do the road, they do the drainage, they do the electrification, they build the facility or management office, and so on and so forth like that, the supermarkets and every other thing. But a layout, they just divide the land and set each section to what purpose each section is going to be, and that's it. And in a matter of fact, a lot of the land in Imota, Ekpe, Moniya, they're just a layout. So layout is also another thing that you can do. Really, you can buy the 20 acres and then subdivide it into, maybe the entire land is like maybe 10,000 square meters or 20,000 square meters. So you can divide the land into 1,000 square meter or 2,000 square meter. Then there's a road passing through each. There's a educational space. There's a market space. There's a religious space. There's a commercial space, and you divide the entire land like that. And you allocate each portion or each section to different people that buy. So that's what we mean by layouting, really. So layout is also another thing that you can do when you have a bulk land like that. All right, another thing you can do is you can have a joint venture where you own the land, and then someone else, maybe another developer, can take up that land from you, and you can have a joint venture agreement with them or a contract with them on how you are going to split it. So you have 20 acres of land. The developer comes at, okay, this place, we can divide this place into 200 plots, and we can fund doing the road, we can fund doing the infrastructure, and out of these 200 plots, we are going to give you 80 plots or 50 plots, or we are going to give you 100 plots, we are going to take 100 plots. regardless of whatever agreement it is. So you are providing the land, they are providing the infrastructure and every other thing that they want to do. Even some of them may not even be providing infrastructure. They may just be providing marketing and branding. So they'll be the one to market it, brand it, find buyers. You just provide the land, that's it, and get paid or get your own share. So you can also do joint ventures. So there's a lot of joint ventures that you can do when you have a bulk land. So it can be a joint venture of I provide the land, you guys do the infrastructure, or I provide the land, you guys market it, brand it, and get buyers for it. This is my own price. You guys can add any other price that you want to do, but just pay me my own price. So that's also another JV and other things like that. So you can also do a JV on when you have a bulk land like that. All right. Now another thing you can do when you have a bulk land like this, you can do build and sell. You can do build and sell. This is another thing that you can do when you have a bulk land. So you are using the fact that you are building there, you are using that to add value to the land, and at the same time also you are using that also as a form of return for your investment there. You have 20 acres, you can do terraces, you can do fully detached buildings. Just that if you want to do build and sell there, then it will demand that you also do infrastructure. You can't just build in a place and just expect people to just buy the houses and that's it. No, you have to provide the infrastructures for them, which is like the road to their different houses or different apartments. Provide electrifications there for them so that when they start to reside there or they want to rent it out, they can actually get people to reside or stay in that particular estate or that particular area. So you have to provide infrastructure if you intend to do build and sell. So these are another thing, these are another opportunity that you can do where you have 5 acres, 10 acres, 20 acres, you can do build and sell. Now, the sweet thing about build and sell is that you can start with something small. Let's say like you have 5 acres there, then don't start building on everything, on all the acres at once. It doesn't make any sense. So you have 5 acres there, you mark out 1 acre, then you build and sell on that 1 acre. Then after you have sold that one, you move to the 2nd acre. You start building to sell. Then you move to the 3rd acre. Now, the advantage of doing this is, number one, you are not going to sell at the same price. Because it does not even make sense for you to sell at the same price anyway, because the cost of construction is changing. So let's say the first 1 acre now, you built 5 units of terraces, and then you sold each at 30 million naira per unit. Just for example, 30 million per unit. By the time you start the second development on the 2nd acre, you are likely going to be selling at, let's say, 45 million naira per unit. 45 million. By the time you move to the 3rd acre and you are building to sell, you are likely going to be selling at like 50, 60 million naira per unit. Now, one of the reasons why the prices are changing is not just cost of construction, but at the time that you are building to sell on the first 1 acre, likely nobody is staying in the estate. So people are like, nobody is staying there by the first set of people. But by the time you are building to sell on the second 1 acre, now you have like maybe 2 residents, 3 residents, and you have already existing 5 houses. So the face of the estate have changed. By the time you move to the 3rd acre and you are building to sell, you likely have like maybe 5 to 6 residents now. You already have like 10 houses. Then the estate is more valuable. So there's no reason for you to be selling at the price of the first 1 acre. So you can move, the price can go to like around 50 to 60 million. So you realize that by the time you move to the last acre, which is the 5th acre there, you are likely going to be selling a unit at like 70 million. For a place that you started selling a unit for 30 million. But just now imagine that you started building on all the 5 acres at once and you sold everything at maybe 30 million naira per unit, or sold at maybe 35, 40 million naira per unit. You have missed out on the advantage of you being able to sell a unit there at 70 million. So that's another tactics if you are building to sell on a bulk land. You do it in phases. You do it in phases so that you can squeeze in more return and maximize more return from that investment that you have there. All right. So, like I said, you are hardly going to see any bulk land in Lagos, except maybe you want to buy a lot of houses and demolish them. So the place that you are going to be hiring now for bulk land is Ogun State, Oyo, somewhere around the long into makes sense. Oshun, and then southeast, south, south. You're looking at Asaba, you're looking at PH, Portharcourt, you're looking at Enugu, you're looking at Owerri. Yeah, you're looking at Owerri because a lot of development is also happening around there now. As more people are coming into Nigeria now to spend December, they're looking at it. Okay, we might not want to spend like 2 weeks, 3 weeks in our hometown, and they want a nice area where everything is already provided. All the infrastructures are there already, and they can buy a 2 bed, a 3 bed, or a 4 bed, and they know that okay, they can always stay there when they're in the country. So it also makes sense to also start considering on the south, south, and southeast also for Buckland, either for site and service, JV, or for build and sell. All right, so these are the different opportunities on Buckland, and like I've been announcing for a while now, we are also opening up for partnerships right now, not just investors, not just people that just want to buy a house or buy a land and so on, but people that want to look at the market that okay, Rabiu, we have these funds. What are the opportunities that we can join together, we can come together for? What can we do? Is it in Buckland? Is it in site and service? Is it in prop tech, which is something that I'm working on already, which I need partners on, definitely. Is it for build to sell? Is it for equity investments? So we are definitely open to that. We are definitely looking open to that, and we will be very, very interested to partner with interested investors, interested partners who want to tap into the different opportunities here. And we understand the terrain, we understand the market, we understand the industry, we understand its front and back, black and white. So it's just about you letting your funds do the work for you. All right. So, and if you have been enjoying our content, once again, you are not subscribed yet, we definitely want you to subscribe. It's another opportunity and it's another reminder that subscribe. We want you to subscribe. If you're on your TV, open your phone, go to YouTube, type Meeting Property Guy, subscribe, and you can continue enjoying our content on your TV. That's one of the ways our channel can grow. That's one of the ways that more people also can get to watch these different guys that we are sharing here. And if you are subscribed already, we want you to turn on the notification button so that as we are dropping these contents, those YouTube shorts, those views, you get notified, you don't miss them. And maybe that opportunity that you have been looking for, we can just post it and get it, and you can tap into it, because some of these opportunities are time based, and if you are seeing it late, likely that opportunity is gone. All right, so I see many on the planet, your property advisor, property consultant, Rabi Mustafa, that's my name. Thanks once again for watching our videos. Thanks for always enjoying our content. Thanks for sharing them. Thanks for engaging on them, dropping the comments, coming to our DM. And some of you guys are even referred us or even shared our content with your friend. Oh, go and watch Rabi, go and watch the property guy. We appreciate you guys a lot, a lot. You guys are the reason why we are still churning out this content and still doing what we do. All right, see you later.